Good morning, everybody. You know what this is. If you don't, you haven't been checking me out on Facebook or Google. It's the only way I can inform you. First off, guys, I want to apologize for the 2-day hiatus. I have been a little bit busy. Basically, my wife's birthday was Wednesday. I will not reveal how old she is because if I did and I put it on YouTube, she probably would assassinate me in my sleep, considering we both sleep in the same bed. And yesterday we had a guest over, so I had to do some southern hospitality, like Luda. No, but I have not been ignoring you guys or anything like that. It's just one of those days where things just happen to fall into place, and there is no space in my schedule for vlogging. There has been other things going on. I had meetings. I had to make dinner and do stuff with family and friends, on my wife's birthday as well too. So today was a day that I could finally get a little small vlog in. But this vlog is a little bit special. It's about some people that have been sending me messages and stuff like that. Guys, I got your messages. Please relax. I will get to those. Let me explain to the people about it first. A lot of you guys, majority, I assume, are Americans, want to know about the Danish culture and things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it up in a little bit of bits and sections as much as I can so you don't get too overwhelmed with what's going on. A lot of people want to know about how it is to live in Denmark. Mainly been getting a lot of questions. The main big three questions I can answer that I'm going to actually answer in this video are the weather, what do you do in spare time / with friends and stuff like that, and the Danish language. So I'm gonna get to those right this very second. First off, the weather. Like right now, I'm looking outside. It's cold. I believe the thing says it's like 2 degrees outside. Right around this period between sometime early December, sometimes late December into, I would say, the end of February, sometimes a little bit into March, sometimes it's the cold period. This is where the winter begins. And it's not horribly bad. When I say horribly bad, I've seen it where it gets down to like the -15s. That shit ain't fun, believe me. It's like, ugh, gosh, like you don't even want to go take a piss, because if you did, that shit would freeze up right on your penis. But yeah, there have been some hard winters. When I say hard winters, I mean like it comes down and it's cold to the point you don't even want to get out of bed. You take an extremely hot shower. But the summer times and the spring times and the fall times are perfect. I mean, you go out in shorts, you go out in t-shirts, you do whatever you got to do. You go grill, you go cook, you hang out with your friends, stuff like that. It's all good around that time. And then, of course, comes back to winter. So it's not bad, considering that I come from Florida where it's mostly warm with the humidity almost all year round. If I can put up with it, you obviously can too. The next thing is people want to know about like the nightlife. What do you do? You hang out with friends and stuff like that. I'll make this generally easy. Unlike in the States, I give you a prime example myself. If I went and I hung out with my friends, we go someplace and like we eat. I'm talking Denny's, McDonald's, any place, that probably has some type of fast food joint or something where we could sit down, like a TGI Fridays or a steakhouse or something like that. But over here in Denmark, this country is not heavily fast food, if you want to call it that. They do have fast food chains. They have your McDonald's, they have your Burger King. They actually just now started incorporating some Subways. So I mean, they're not. It's not like you can find them on every corner. But the thing about it is, it's because it's expensive to go out to eat. They have this place called Jensen's Buffhus, which is basically a general steakhouse. This is really expensive. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this is like when you take your wife out on a date type thing. This is where you eat at. But I mean, I promise you that bill at the end of what you eat, you really paying for it. I ain't going to lie. And there's no tip involved in that. That tip is involved within the bill. So, I mean, you're paying anywhere around, I say, $20 to $25 for a big old piece of steak, and sometimes it's no bigger than that. So for that reason, you're better off. Almost majority of all the people I know, when we go hang out, you go to a friend's house and you make your food there. It's a hell of a lot cheaper just to go out and buy your food, buy your meats and your steaks and your fries or whatever from some type of local grocery store, like your Aldi or your Lidl or your Kiwi mini priest, or as my friend would say it, Nito. Shouts out to my friend, you know who he is. I still got your bromance, dog, but I just had to get you on that Nito. It's so hilariously funny. No, but in all seriousness, it's called Netto. These types of stores is like your Publix and your Winn-Dixie. It's easier just to go buy it and bring it home and cook it there, make it like at a friend's house. So that's what generally majority of all the friends that I know or that I hang out with, we don't go out to eat. We just go, hey, buy what you need to buy from here. We'll make it at so and so's house. It's much easier. It's a lot healthier, and you ain't got to fucking break the bank just to go try to eat. When it comes to eating and dining and hanging out, you generally go to a friend's house. And the last thing, the Danish language. Now, this I might go into more depths in later videos. Danish is not as hard as people think it is. When they hear it, they start to freak out. Don't freak out, okay? Take it for what it is. I was lucky enough that my wife had the little thing called Pixie books. And I mean, yeah, I thought it was corny. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was dumb. But it actually helped. I'm not going to lie. If you considerably want to come over here, one of the main rules, you really have to learn Danish. Take it for what it is. It's not hard. It's hard if you want it to be, but it's not hard. The courses, at least the ones that I went to, they're not extreme, but believe me, you will get informed. You will get a sense of gratitude, knowing that, okay, this is what I need to say, and this is how I say it. I thought for one good brief moment, I would never learn any sentence in Danish ever. But what they do is they take it chunk by chunk, and they feed it to you until you can digest it. So it's not hard in the later, once you get a good foundation underneath your feet. But if you come at it at a horrible angle, like, oh man, I'm never gonna learn. That's how the first time I tried, I'm like, man, this sucks. I'm never gonna learn. They're gonna kick me out of the country. If you come at it with a negative attitude like that, yes, it's ridiculously difficult, but it's very easy. So if you ever come over here, if you luckily find a wife or a husband that's Danish, ask them for Pixie books, and then from that moment on, you can gradually go up to higher levels of books. You can read novel romances. I had to read corny ass novel romances during some of my Danish learning lessons. Corny, I understood everything was going on, but I also learned more vocabulary as I went. So take it for what it is. If I said, Håber du har en rigtig god weekend, you could probably understand what that means. If people talk to you that way, especially here in Denmark, they're trying to help you. They're not trying to. There are some that just, they speak Danish so fast, it's like, hvad laver du? Hvorfor sidder du på sofaen? Du dum motherfucker. Sometimes it's like, what? Huh? Your head be spinning. But it's not, it's because there's different types, and they're not doing it on purpose. It's just like if I spoke English to some people that are Danish, and I spoke it in my slang talk like I normally do, they probably wouldn't understand that. So, take it for what it is. Danish is not hard. It is not hard. It depends on where you're getting it from. If you get like those Rosetta Stone books in Danish, you gonna get lost. I promise you that. But if you just take it for what it is, hey, take some Pixie books, say, or find something that's like vocabulary baby steps. Danish is not hard, okay? That's it, guys. That's it for right now. Again, to those people that sent me mails, this was definitely for you. For anybody else, take it for what it is. I considerably think I'm going to try to extend more information later once I get some foundation and get some more people involved, okay? With that being said, guys, jeg håber, du har en rigtig go weekend. And for the rest of you guys, I will see you hopefully next week. Have a great day.